Look at your phone. Seriously, take a look. No matter how fast the processor is, no matter how many megapixels the camera has, the one component you interact with more than any other is the display. It is the window to your digital life. But here's the uncomfortable truth. For the last decade, smartphone display technology has been stuck in a loop. We've gotten slightly brighter, slightly more efficient, slightly sharper, but the underlying architecture, it's been the same. Until now. Welcome back to Launch Decoded. Today, we are talking about a shift that isn't just an upgrade, it's a complete overhaul. By 2026, the industry is moving beyond iterative glass updates to embrace a total structural display revolution. Micro LED and Tandem OLED architectures are colliding to dismantle the decade-long dominance of standard panels. We are witnessing a fundamental shift where power efficiency finally meets peak brightness without the risk of burn-in. If you thought your current screen was good, you haven't seen what's coming. Let's decode the future. To understand why this change is so massive, we have to understand what's wrong with what we have right now. Since the mid-2010s, OLED has been the king of smartphone displays. It gives us perfect blacks and vibrant colors, but standard OLED has a fatal flaw. It's organic. Organic materials degrade. They burn out. That's why you hear about burn-in when static icons stay on your screen too long. It's also why your phone gets hot when you push brightness to the max outdoors. To protect the panel, your phone throttles performance. It dims the screen when you need it most. It drains battery faster because the efficiency wall has been hit. For years, manufacturers have tried to patch this. We got LTPO for variable refresh rates, we got new glass coatings, but these are band-aids on a bullet wound. The physics of standard single-stack OLED simply cannot go much further without compromising lifespan or battery life. So, the industry had two choices: stagnate or rebuild the engine from the ground up. They chose to rebuild, and that brings us to the two technologies defining 2026. First, let's talk about the immediate game changer, Tandem OLED. You might have heard this term recently, especially with high-end tablets and laptops making the jump. But in 2026, this technology goes mainstream in smartphones. So what is it? In a standard OLED panel, you have one layer of organic material that emits light. In Tandem OLED, you stack two emissive layers on top of each other. Think of it like a twin-engine plane versus a single engine. By stacking the layers, you can achieve the same brightness as a standard panel while using half the power. Or you can push twice the brightness while using the same power. This solves the biggest headache of modern flagships: efficiency versus brightness. With Tandem OLED, outdoor visibility becomes flawless without draining your battery in an hour. But here's the kicker: lifespan. Because the workload is split between two layers, neither layer has to work as hard. This drastically reduces the rate of degradation. Burn-in? It becomes almost a non-issue. This isn't just a spec bump. This is a structural change that allows phones to stay brighter for longer, stay cooler during gaming, and last years longer without screen aging. By 2026, expect this to be the standard for any phone claiming Ultra or Pro status. But Tandem OLED is still organic. It's still not the endgame. For that, we need to talk about the holy grail. Enter Micro LED. If OLED is the king of today, Micro LED is the emperor of tomorrow, and 2026 is the year the walls start coming down on production costs. Micro LED is inorganic. It uses microscopic LEDs that emit their own light, similar to OLED, but without the organic material that decays over time. The benefits are staggering. Perfect blacks just like OLED, but brightness levels that dwarf anything we've seen. Think tens of thousands of nits locally, zero risk of burn-in, and response times that are virtually instant. So why haven't we had this yet? Manufacturing. Putting millions of microscopic LEDs onto a smartphone-sized screen is incredibly difficult. It's expensive, the yield rates have been low. But throughout 2024 and 2025, major manufacturers have cracked the code on mass transfer technology. By 2026, we aren't expecting every phone to have micro LED. That'll take longer. But we will see the first flagship adopters, and more importantly, we will see the hybridization of technologies. Imagine a display that uses Tandem OLED architecture for efficiency, but integrates micro LED principles for peak brightness zones. This collision of architectures is what dismantles the old dominance. It forces every manufacturer to adapt or die. So, what does this collision mean for you, the consumer? It means the end of the battery anxiety associated with high brightness. You can use your phone at max brightness in the sun without watching your percentage drop. It means gaming stability. No more thermal throttling dimming your screen during a ranked match. It means durability, a screen that doesn't age visibly after 2 years of use. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room: price. New tech is always expensive. In 2026, phones featuring these advanced displays will command a premium. We're likely looking at a price hike for top-tier flagships. However, as Tandem OLED scales, it'll trickle down to mid-range devices within a year or two. The industry moves fast when the competition is this fierce. This is also the end of the bezel era. Micro LED allows for modular designs and edge-to-edge displays without the fragile wiring of traditional OLEDs. The phone of 2026 doesn't just look different, it performs differently. We are standing on the edge of a new era. For 10 years, we've accepted burn-in, throttling, and battery drain as the cost of having a beautiful screen. In 2026, that contract is void. With Tandem OLED bringing efficiency and micro LED bringing permanence, the smartphone display is finally evolving from a consumable component into a lasting piece of hardware. This shift will redefine what we expect from our devices. It's not just about resolution anymore. It's about sustainability, longevity, and raw performance. The question is, are you ready to upgrade to a screen that actually lasts? If you want to stay ahead of these launches and understand the tech before it hits the market, make sure you subscribe to Launch Decoded. We break down every launch, every leak, and every revolution so you don't waste your money. Hit that like button if you're excited for the future of displays, and let me know in the comments, would you pay extra for a micro LED screen that never burns in? I'll see you in the next one.